A lot of business is now conducted over the internet. A lot of documents are being signed and sent via email. How do you know if these documents are legally binding? Hey, what up, decisive marketers? Today I'm going to be talking about SignHouse, and this too allows you to e-sign documents. And not just that, it makes these e-signatures legally binding. So once you upload a document, you sign on it, you send it to others for signing, and it will turn the signatures legally binding, the documents legally binding, so that you can protect yourself and your business, in case of any legal troubles. So before I dive into SignHouse, be sure to hit that subscribe button if you like to see more digital marketing and e-commerce content, right? So here we go. So here we are in SignHouse. Okay, so the first thing is you might want to jump into settings first. This is where you can put up your own your name, so that it makes it easier when you make your signatures, right? Okay, so you can put in your name, and then the next thing is you could also have you can set up multiple workspaces. This current workspace that I have, you can rename it, the date and time format. You can upload an icon as well, document expiry date, like how soon people have to sign on it, otherwise they can't sign on it anymore. So you can put the expiry date, right? There are some fixed dates in here: 1, 2, 3, 7, 14, 21, 30, and 60 days. I think these are all good enough. Maybe even up to 90 days, that is something that they could consider as well adding in. But I think 60 days is quite a long period already. And then you can also have them sign on certain types of signatures, so they can draw, they can type, or they can upload their signatures. So these are the choices. Maybe if you don't want to have typing the signature, you can remove that, right? So if you don't want it to be part of the signature type, okay, you can remove that. Next is the default language for the signee. So currently they support English, French, and Portuguese, right? I think Portuguese might be spelled wrongly. I'm not sure. This seems like Portuguese. I'm not really sure if that's correct. Maybe it's spelled that way in Portuguese itself. So anyway, next thing is then you have your teammates. You can sorry, this is just my mouse issue. Just give me a second. Okay, so there you go. So teammates, so you can type in their email address and then, send them an invite, so that they can also utilize SignHouse under your under your workspace, right? So next thing is, firstly, you can choose whether you want to sign the document yourself, or you want others to sign the documents as well. Okay, so I'm going to upload a document that I kind of download over the internet. Okay, so this is a document, it's a PDF document. um, so what happens is that you want to choose, are you adding fields for yourself, or you want to add other signees as well. So if you want to add other people to sign the document, you can put in their email address and the name as well, so that these documents, the documents, once you have signed it, it will then be sent to these other signees. Okay, right? And you can also set the signing order. So like, maybe I will be the first one to sign, and then someone else, so you can have that as well. Okay, so if you want custom signing order, you can just check that. Okay, next is your fields. So so where do you want to add these? So maybe let me just kind of show you adding, let's say, my email address here. Okay, all right, save and continue. Okay, so now you can choose if you are adding fields for yourself to sign, or the signee that you want to invite to sign. Okay, so it's for myself. Say I want to put my signature in here. Okay, so see, I want to draw. Okay, so let's say this is my signature. Okay, let's see. right? Okay, there we go. So this will be it. Next is the initial. So if I want to add my own initials, I can do that as well. Right, so I can edit this initial. So I can create my own signature. Sorry, my so this will be my initial. Okay, and then you can also add certain text fields. So like if you want to type certain things in here, like your name, okay, you can do that. Right. Same goes for the date field, checkbox, and align. So if there's anything that you need then to tick on it, or checkbox, okay, so you can put these ones as well. Next, you can add signature for others as well. So let's say you want them to sign over here, you just put it in, right? So they will then add their signature in here. Okay, so once you're done, let me see. So once you're done, you can download this as a PDF if you want to, or you can just review and finish, and then you will then be sending this document out. Okay, so I mean, I could send this right now, and then we can take a look how it looks like. Okay, so now this document is being sent. Okay, let me just kind of delete this two that we have done earlier. Okay, so over here you can then look at the the legality. So there's the entire audit trail, like what has happened, right? So I created the document, I then sent it to myself to be signed, and then I sent it to someone else to be signed, and this is why it's legally binding. Okay, it's uniquely linked and everything, and it complies with the Global and National Commerce Act. It's complies with the UETA Act, right? Uniform Electronic Transactions Act, EIDAS, UK, IDAS. I mean, like India. So, well, I mean, of course, I would say that it's not legally binding everywhere because not every country has some kind of e-signature law or act, in their system. But the fact that it's legally binding in, say, UK, in I guess like this is EU, right? And this is globally and National Commerce Act. Okay, it's legally binding in Switzerland, in New York, in Illinois, in Canada, in India, in Brazil, in South Africa. I would say that it. I mean, these can then be used as, how to say, if you do get into a business dispute itself, um, because the signature is recognized in so many different places. Okay, legally binding in so many different places. It helps to kind of back up your case. If you're using this tool itself in certain countries that that don't have some kind of laws or that protects e-signatures. Okay, right? And in terms of security, privacy wise, they comply with GDPR, CCPA, LGBT, CNIL, PDPA, which is also Singapore. It's SSL certified, blah blah blah, right? Okay, and then you can download this entire audit trail. Okay, if you want. Okay, right, and then you can download it as a PDF. You can rename the document. You can get the document ID where this can be sent to someone. Let me kind of take a look at what this is right here. Okay, so I mean, once the document is completely signed, you can I guess share it to someone else, but of course I guess it has to be legal. You know, you should, you know, keep it private and not review the link for that. And of course, you can duplicate the document, or you can mark the document as expired or close it, and then of course you can email the reminder out. Okay, so let's take a look at how the process is like for, you know, this signature. So let's open in the private window. Okay, so it's loading the document. So all I need to do is just kind of click start and fill it up, right? So this is one. So I just kind of put in my signature. Okay, there you go. Once I'm done, I finish and submit. And pretty much that's what it is. Right? Now it's, you know, it's done, and then if you want to, you can you know, receive a copy. I mean, it will send me a copy as well, and then you know, pretty much that's all, right? You know, of course they can change the language as well, but I guess that's what it is, right? For the, you know, this signing, right? So that's what SignHouse does, right? I think the important thing is all about the um, I would say the legal aspect, right? Is, you know, all the signatures are legally binding, right? So I think that if you have if you are, you know, running any kind of business where pretty much, I guess, almost anyone who runs a business that has to deal with clients or partners, um, you would have some kind of you know, agreement where they need to sign on it. Then, you know, I believe that you would want to make use of SignHouse. Like, everyone would have to use a tool like this, right? So I guess that's all I have to share, right? Because ultimately, this tool is meant to make sure that all your documents that are signed is legally binding, uh, and that protects yourself, your business, you know, other parties' interests as well, right? So that's all I have to share about SignHouse. If you enjoyed this video, do give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think about SignHouse in the comments below. Lastly, if you know anyone who can benefit from SignHouse, be sure to share this video with them. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.